humid outside. I had this great plan. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go film at the lake and it's gonna be peaceful and quiet and nice outside, but it's really humid and I'm like sweating a lot. So if you guys see sweat dripping down my head, it's not because I'm nervous. It's actually just because it's humid, but maybe a little bit of both, but mostly the humidity. What I want to chat with you guys about today is something that I feel a lot more comfortable talking openly about now than I used to. Struggling with your sexuality while you're growing up. That can be like middle school, high school, maybe even college. If you're struggling with it in college and you haven't come out yet, that is totally okay. Because kind of the main message that I wanted to give everybody is like, go at your own pace. This is not me encouraging you to come out before you're ready, or it's not me pressuring you to tell you to do one thing, because the only person that can tell you when or how to come out is yourself. To give a little backstory, I'll talk about when I was in high school and struggling with my sexuality. Middle school, I was pretty distracted with sports and stuff. I didn't think about it a whole lot. High school rolled around and I was pretty sure that I was gay. And then just experiences through high school confirmed that, you know, boys being boys confirmed that very much. I didn't like men. I didn't like them very much at all. I thought they were gross and weird and annoying, really annoying. My friends thought it was like cute when they did certain things and I thought it was just annoying, and I'm sweating so bad. I probably look like gooey and doopy in this. Gooey and doopy, is that? Whatever, I digress. After I kind of realized that, yeah, I was very sure that I was not ready to come out. So I guess I can get more specific here, but I was a sophomore when I came out. I say when I came out. I actually got outed, so that means for those of you that are young and naive and have pure hearts and don't know what that is, it's when somebody else shoves you out of the closet, like shoves you and you like fall on your face like really hard and it hurt. That's what happened to me. And if you know anything about high school, you know that you're not exactly the most confident when you are in your high school years. You're getting to know yourself and you're figuring out how you want to dress, how you want to be, what you want to look like. You're figuring yourself out. That's what high school's for. I told myself I was going to come out in college. Someone really close to me outed me to the school. It's really uncomfortable to have your identity put out there before you are comfortable with your identity. When I was in the closet, I felt safer. I felt like it was this thing that I knew about, that like one or two other people knew about. And it wasn't something that was on display, it wasn't something that I had to talk about, it wasn't something that I had to confront until I was ready to do it. And after I was outed, it was like I had no privacy. This thing that was this big secret, this big part about myself was out there, and now everybody was looking at me differently and everybody viewed me differently, and that's how I felt. And I felt probably the most vulnerable I've ever felt in my life, because I just felt like everybody could see this thing that was now out there about me that I wasn't ready to have out there about me. That was pretty awful. So yeah, obviously now I'm older, I've experienced things, I've met people, I have new people to trust that would not out me. So I have learned a lot since then. What I can say is if you're watching this and you know somebody that's gay, or they've confided in you maybe that they are gay, that is not your job to out them. Do not do that to them, okay? Maybe you think you're doing them a favor by doing that. You're not doing them any favors by outing them, okay? This is their journey. They need to figure it out for themselves. They need to be able to come out when they're ready. You're really lucky to be trusted with their secret. Don't ruin that. Let them do this at their own pace, and until then, just be somebody that they can talk to. Now for all you little gay babies that are watching this, let's talk about just some advice that I have for you, generally speaking. First of all, be cautious about who you trust. I don't think that being gay is something that needs to be kept a secret. I don't think it's something that you should hide. But if you are in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, you feel unsafe, you're not sure about what you feel, you're just not ready to come out, then just don't do it. That's up to you. You don't have to do it. And unfortunately, we live in a society that likes to label people and likes to put people in boxes. So if you come out, then they have you in this box over here. If you're in the gay box, then you feel like you can't go back to the straight box, or you feel like you can't go to the bisexual box, and that's just not true. Sexuality is very fluid. Don't force yourself to conform to something if you don't feel like you're ready, or you don't feel like you want to. Or, I mean, tomorrow if I woke up and said I was straight, then I mean, that would be that. I'm not. I have a girlfriend that I love very much, so that would be uncomfortable for a lot of people. But regardless, my point is that sexuality is very fluid, so don't feel like you need to put yourself in a box. I'm just gonna talk to you guys like you're my That was a cool sounding bird. I'm just gonna talk to you guys like you are a younger sibling or a little buddy that I've taken under my wing. Another tip that I have for you guys, this is probably like my biggest tip for you. Diversify the group of people that you associate with. When I say that, I mean you don't have to be confined to one singular group. Okay? When I was in high school, I was in pretty much one group. I had another group that I was kind of friends with, and I'm much better friends with now, and I love them all. And I wish I was better friends with them in high school. But I was friends with a singular group for the most. They were good friends in high school, okay? They were good people to know. I'm glad that I got to know them, and I have memories with them that are good memories. That being said, if I could go back, I think I belonged somewhere else. I think that knowing more people and knowing people of different sexual orientations would have made things so much easier for me and would have made me feel very much more comfortable. What I'm recommending to you guys is that you really make an effort to branch out and to know people in high school, in college, in middle school, whatever. This can mean joining clubs to get to know people, different classes than you normally would or something, maybe sports if you're into that. Get yourself involved in stuff where you're gonna be able to meet new people, hopefully people that are different than the people you normally hang out with. I think this advice is good in general, just overall, but I really want to emphasize this in that when you are struggling with your sexuality, support is so important. Having people that you know you can trust, people that you know you can talk about it with, and people that you can relate to is so important. And you know, I had people that I could trust, I had people that I thought I could trust, and I had people that I could talk about it with, kind of, but I never really had anyone that I could relate with. I wish I had had friends in high school that were lesbians, like straight up. First of all, because I think lesbians are such a great time, but second of all, because having someone that you can experience those things with and go through those things with, learning about yourself, finding out what you like, just being involved in the culture of the LGBT community, I think is so important because there is such a cultural significance to our history. You're just not gonna have an easy time learning about that if all of your friends are straight. And that was a mistake that I made because, you know, my straight friends tried to relate to me. They would try to talk to me about girls. They genuinely, I really do think that they did their best and they did a really good job in trying to make me feel included and comfortable. But it's just difficult for them when they don't understand really what you're going through. They never had to think about who they liked or who they wanted to be with. But we have to like deal with something a little bit more in depth. How I kind of diversified my friendships was I joined our broadcast journalism team at my school. A gay guy in the class, and I also had a bisexual friend in the class, and then I had other friends who were just very accepting and loved to go to drag shows and like went to Pride and were very involved in the community even though they weren't a part of the community. They were very strong allies, and being around those people, I noticed such a difference in myself. I felt so much more comfortable. They made me feel included. I felt like they were genuinely interested in who I was or who I was talking to or who I liked. I felt like they wanted the best for me, and these are people that like would have gone to Pride with me or like wanted to take me with them to drag shows, and they were so inclusive and cool. That's kind of as in-depth as I'm gonna get with this today. I just want to tell you guys that if you're in middle school or high school or even college and you don't think you've really found like your people yet, you don't really think you belong in the community, you do belong. You are so welcome. You're gonna find people that support you, and if there's something you need advice about or you need to talk to somebody about something, my comments section is always open. Or if you go to my Instagram, MacInjami, you are welcome to DM me and we can chat. Takeaways, kind of, just don't pressure yourself to come out until you're ready. It's your decision. You come out when you want to. Try to enjoy your time in high school or middle school or college or whatever. Try to enjoy your time, even if you know you're in the closet. It's okay. You can still do fun things. You can still have fun. And when you're ready to come out, there is a community with open arms waiting for you that loves you very much and is so excited for you. That's my little sit down talk advice piece for you guys today.